Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Chronicles of I just nearly announced the wrong session there. The Chronicles of Captain Pontos is, of course, on Thursdays. So I got a bit confused there. Apologies. Welcome to Troubles in Otari, the continuing adventures of Fag and the Squirrel Gang. I uploaded like 2 sessions today, which were from earlier in the year, both from January, because I got way behind. But I will try and upload things in a timely fashion. I don't know if anybody watches them, but if they do, hello people watching, and please keep watching. Tell your friends. I am so laughably short of subscribers that this channel will never ever be monetized. However, if you enjoy it, like, share, subscribe, etc. So we left our party in a somewhat sticky situation. So who would like to give us a recap on what has gone before?
I'm guessing that's me, considering Sam wasn't here and Gareth is slightly indisposed. We were in the big knifey room that was throwing, I can't remember what they're called at us, spiky. They're not throwing stars, but larger versions of throwing stars at us. And we were in that room and we had a very unsuccessful session of trying to get out of that room until right at the end, when we made it through the furthest, well, I say we, Brock made it through the furthest door into the chamber beyond, where we found 3 undead things. And I think that's where we left it. They stumbled towards him groaning, and then that was end scene. And I think Feg's in a little bit of a bad way. And Adria is still stuck in the room behind us. She would do some magical things underneath the door, but we couldn't quite do it. Is that everything?
Yeah, we had a session where the entire party, well, you spent pretty much the whole session in different rooms to each other.
Just chipping away at a door.
Yeah.
And taking damage from flying things. Magic flying things.
So, as you said, Feg is somewhat beaten up. I'm sure he'll be fine. He's survived far worse than this. Or has he?
Nice. Yeah, no.
So, there we go. That is hopefully a reasonable view for anybody watching this back. And so you players don't look at it though. No, you're not allowed. So we are in turn order, and you are correct. Brock has some zombie shamblers who have walked towards him. So you can have 2 hero points. Everyone else gets 1 because it's new sessions, and you get a hero point for every session. Lolry is the first person to react in this session.
Okay. I will go through the door. I'm guessing I can't go any further because of the person that's in front of me. I can't squeeze. Can I squeeze past them here? Or would that be impossible because they're not friendly?
I would say you could do that if they were a friendly, but because they are an enemy, they will get in your way. Cool. Yes, you are quite right, Gareth. So, can you give us a couple of? What saves was it?
Confusion.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what kind of save it is. I put it in the chat, but if I can change the chat because I can change the chat because nobody's showing me their faces, so I can look at the chat. DC 11 flat checks. Okay, so you need to roll a D20 twice. Oh, he's showing his face now. Hold on. Let's see if we can get him on the screen. But yes, if you could roll a D20 and then another D20. Okay, so you are no longer confused.
Or no more than normal.
Yeah, a similar level of confusion to normal for Feg.
Mm.
So I'm just going to very quickly rearrange this so that I can see Gareth in this frame here. So that if anyone happens to be watching, they can see his pretty face. Ah, perfect timing. We get him on screen just in time to blow his nose.
Sorry.
There we go. So don't move too much. You're perfectly in frame. Okay, so I think I missed a couple of saves for you last time, didn't I? So Feg's confusion ends. It's Laurie's turn. Laurie has walked into the corridor between the two rooms. I need to make that noise stop because that's going to get recorded. I don't want that recorded. So I'm going to close some apps that we do not need open. Hopefully that'll do it. Right. So Laurie spends her first action moving towards this zombie here. What you gonna do?
Poke him with a sword.
Cool.
Nope. Doesn't class as flat-footed, does it? No.
No.
Come on.
Excellent. One hit.
I will poke him with the sword again. That one. That one. Attack number 2.
Cool. So you give that zombie a bit of a slashing.
Poke.
He does not seem to enjoy it very much at all.
No.
Okay, I think that's 3 actions. So let's move on to Feg. So Feg is in the trapped room. This door's open. If I can learn how to ping. This door's open. This door down here is closed. What does Feg want to do?
Is it 30 feet of movement I've got or 20?
So you have, well, your movement speed. So if you remember, you can use as many of your actions as you want to move. But you have 25 feet of movement. So if you do 1 action, that's 25 feet. If you do 2 actions, that's 50 feet.
That's 1 then.
Cool.
Can I move past Laurie?
Not really, because she is blocked in herself.
Well, I mean, I couldn't go down there, for example.
Down where?
On the diagonal down from Laurie.
Well, if Laurie can't go that way, and Laurie's between you and the zombie, then you can't go that way either.
Okay. I think that's probably me then. At least I'm probably out of range of the star knives, probably.
Oh, well, let's find out.
If I'm not, at least if I hit the deck and die, then at least I'm standing next to somebody who might revive me.
Might.
This is true.
No. You might at least get some cover. You might get some cover. Maybe if it's one of the other ones, so potentially.
So, a strange shadowy creature that has floated out from the sarcophagus in the corner. Looks hungrily at the assembled heroes. They first of all fly out into the room, their feet not touching the floor. Strange tendrils of shadowy darkness wisping about them. That probably isn't going to come across very well on the screen, but never mind. This is my own transparent version of the default token. So that was one action. Who are they going to attack? I think they're going to go here. That is a terrible waste of an action just to go 5 feet, but they are then going to try and use their shadowy hands to touch Brock.
Oh my.
Creepy.
And they miss. Okay. Now we are on to Brock, whose first order of business shield drops.
Let's have a quick look. Okay, so I think we need to try and clear the doorway so I can get some assistance.
Cool.
Let's see if
Are
we
you accusing me of not assisting you?
finish that job.
I
Then
poked
take it
him.
in the room.
Pocky.
Boom. And then shield up, and I am done.
Ooh. So. Yep, there is nothing to keep them alive when they are knocked down.
I really thought you were going to say dead then. There's nothing to keep them alive when they're dead.
I was just checking because I was kind of hoping it might have something like undead fortitude, but these zombarinos do not have that, sadly. Okay, so that's Brock. We move on to the Star Knives, which I feel moved to say in the style of a Stingray. Star Knives, Star Knives, do-do-do-do-do. So let's check this trapped chamber. Okay, so we have 3 actions to do things with the trap. So 3d6. That is to decide which pillars will activate. Okay, so 1 is this one, and 2 from this one. So can we draw a straight line?
Oh.
It might be okay.
There's definitely some cover though, surely. Because the door and the wall.
Yeah,
From that one, not from the other one.
He's definitely going to have some cover. Yep. So that one, I think, can get him. And the other one, he's going to have some fairly significant cover. So, Star Knives. Oh, I've just realised I need to measure the range as well. So, yeah, he is within range. So here is the first one from which you have no cover. Oh, 32. Ouch. Okay. So this column here, a star knife on its surface begins to glow, and a star knife of magical force flies towards you, and it hits. It does 1d4 plus 3 points of damage, which is not an enormous amount. Might even survive. 7. Okay. So you take 7 points of... Is it slashing or piercing? Probably doesn't matter. It's force. I already said that. It is force damage. You take 7 points of force damage. So, the other 2 you are going to have some cover against. I need to very quickly remind myself how cover works in this game. And I have not that long ago updated my browser, and it's behaving differently to usual. Okay, I'm going to say that this is probably greater cover because it's a big stone. It's kind of a stone wall between you and the things. So your armor class will effectively be 4 higher. So we're rolling it against 24. Here's 1. Uh-oh. Okay. As if by magic, for magic they are, both star knives manage to fit through the tiny crack. Hold on. There is a door in the way. But we have given you greater cover. Am I being terribly unfair by targeting you from this position?
You're going to drop me with the other one anyway.
Other one what?
If there's 2 pillars firing the thing at me.
Yeah.
If I'm hit by one of them, that'll pretty much make me hit the deck anyway. That one.
Well, I've rolled both. I've rolled both of them.
I know, but the angle for the other one does look like it's more likely to catch the door frame.
Yeah, this one was okay, and this
That's
one.
fine. That one, I'd say door frame with that one.
But it looks like it could pass through. Well, anyway. The question is, can it legitimately target you from there? Can it see you to target you? I'm going to say that it can't. Can it see the bear? It can't. So, it knows roughly where you are, but I am going to rule that it cannot get a shot off at you. Well, it tries to. They just hit the door. So, okay then. Kind and benevolent DM today. So, Adria, what is Adria going to do? She is behind the door.
Oh, not much.
You can try and smack the door if you want.
Yeah, I've tried that many times.
Well, you could try again.
Mm.
You could cast the spell on the door. You definitely hit the door.
Mm.
So, what does it tell us about this door? It's been several weeks. Right, that's the pillars. Right, I definitely read this before. Excuse me. Okay. I have the most terrible trouble finding things that I have already read and should be able to easily find. It is most vexing. Come on. This is absolutely infuriating. So, come on. Doors. Okay, I'm literally having to read the whole thing. Okay. So, you definitely hit the door.
Mhm.
And it damages the door a bit. It doesn't actually give a DC, an armor class for the door. And I have a feeling that I've already done this. So... and I've literally just lost the passage that I was reading again.
One move.
Okay. Yes, the door is definitely damaged. It looks like it
How
might not.
damaged?
It looks like it might not take much more.
Hmm.
Right. Zombie Shambler number 1 is dead. So we're going to try Zombie Shambler number 2, who hath but 2 actions. Okay, so he is going to try and attack you with his fist. See, I very deliberately didn't say he's going to fist you. But now I have said it. Oh, technically that's a fumble, but it's not a nat 1 fumble and he's not a named character, so I'm not going to draw a card. He is going to try and do that again.
I mean, the picture looks like a lady zombie.
You're right. I was actually just thinking the same thing. But I wouldn't like to assume that all of the zombies are ladies. But this one could be a lady if you like. She fails miserably to smack you.
Although I guess it's difficult to tell with rotting flesh and things, but, you know, just female presenting doesn't necessarily mean female zombie.
This is true. We are back round to Laurie.
They're just out of my reach. Okay. 1, 2, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I've got 30, haven't I?
If that's what it says on the character sheet.
You
You have 25.
Oh, god damn it. Okay.
You could do diagonals.
Yeah, but diagonals still count. In this one, diagonals don't count as a 5.
First one doesn't.
Oh. So I could do... Okay, I do that. So I can get to here. And then poke him with the sword.
Cool.
Okay.
Right, 1 second. I'm just going to mute myself.
He's going away to see if that thing has an attack of opportunity.
You
Oh,
didn't
that
leave
to get
its
smacked.
threat range.
I didn't. No, I entered its threat range.
That doesn't give you an attack of opportunity.
Oh. Should I keep going with my kicks? I do my kicks.
Sorry, guys, 1 sec.
Oh, I did my kicks wrong. He's flat-footed. Not that I don't think that takes any difference.
Find you on WhatsApp, okay?
I'll ask John.
It might have been enough to do a critical. It was a critical anyway.
Yeah, I forgot
You
to do
couldn't have done any more.
I didn't think so. I think it's fine. I will do all of that to make him flat-footed, and then don't click flat-footed.
It'll help with your next attack more than it'll help with that first one.
True.
Right, apologies, folks.
That's
Can you hear
alright.
me again? I
Yeah.
just had. So, your first attack against the zombie would appear to have been successful.
I forgot to do flat-footed, but Sam says it was a crit, so it doesn't matter. It's same.
Yeah, the only difference him being flat-footed would have made is that the armor class would have been lower. But you hit anyway, so it's fine.
Okay, so now I have a decision to make.
Do you?
No. Yeah.
Zombie.
Yes.
Save that.
Or save the bear. That's where I'm thinking. You know that's where I'm
Oh
thinking.
yeah, save that.
But I can't get the bear to safety with what I have left on my turn. And it's just going to expose him more. He has some cover where he is currently, depending on which pillars get activated.
He's got to walk out of that room whatever happens.
No, but I can get him on my next turn all the way into me because I can give him 4 movements with 2 of mine actions. So I think I'm going to leave him where he is and stabby the dude again. And hope the bear is good for one more round.
Down he goes. Okay.
That's me.
Cool. So we then move on to Feg.
If I remember correctly, I was attacking the pillars with my sword for a fair amount of times. In the
I think
last,
you also tried to headbutt one. I'm not going to lie.
I did try
Yeah.
doing that as well.
Yeah.
So I would still have my sword in my hand, presumably.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Given there's a floaty thing sort of coming towards me, can I just run full tilt at the floaty thing with my sword held up and see if I can't just sort of cut it in half as I go through?
I mean, you can move towards it and attack it. I can't promise you that you'll be able to fly straight through the thing.
Didn't he have an action that is a move and attack at the same time?
Yeah, you could do sudden charge, I think.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
Except
do
sudden charge is 2 strides and 1 strike, isn't it? And actually, you probably don't need 2 strides to get into melee, so you could just move and attack.
It's not flat-footed, is it?
It is not.
No.
Not if you're standing there.
But if you move one down,
That's a point. Good.
No, left or right one.
Down here.
Yeah.
diagonally.
There you go.
That's it.
All right. don't think I had flames on it.
No, you used that a couple of rounds before the end, I think. You tried the flamey.
Still pretty good.
Mm.
So let's have a look. Okay. You get the feeling that your attack was not effective as it might have been.
Oh.
Although it clearly does some damage. So I think you've got one action left.
Feg being Feg and not the sharpest tool in the box, I was just going to do the same thing again because it hasn't really computed in his brain yet. So
Very well. Give him cake too.
Hey.
Okay, so the sword hits it, but you feel like this thing is quite hardy. Right, that's 3 actions. So let's move on to Mr. Shadow. So, how smart are these things? Not particularly. So, considering that you have given him the most trouble so far, Feg, he is going to attack you with his first action. Oh, blimey.
Good, Juice. Good.
I'm
So,
probably still going
And
down
I'm
anyway.
Do they get a disadvantage for being? I should know this, but do we get like a disadvantage if we're flat-footed, and do they get a disadvantage if they're flat-footed, or is it just advantage to attack?
It's just -2 to your armor class.
Ah, okay, so it doesn't affect your attacks. I should know that.
So, either the ally is unharmed by the triggering damage, or the ally gains resistance to all damage against the triggering damage. Equal to 2 plus your level. After the damaging effect is applied, the enemy becomes enfeebled too. So, just going to remind myself again what enfeebled does. I seem to think it gives you like disadvantage on attacks or something. Not disadvantage, that's not in this game. Status penalty equal to the condition value to strength-based rolls and DCs, including strength-based melee attack rolls, strength-based damage rolls, and athletics checks. He's gonna take that on the chin. So, what is your level? Is it level 3 now?
Yes.
So, Feg gets resistance 5 against the triggering attack, which means that he would take 13 points of damage instead of 18, considering he had 2 hit points left. It does not save him, he still goes down. Feg is then moved to directly after or is it directly before? So, no, I'm not looking for that. I am looking for the rules. That's a trait, that's a domain. There we go. You immediately move your initiative position to directly before the turn in which you were reduced to 0 hit points. So that means that Feg is moved
That's
to...
where he was anyway.
Yeah. So it doesn't really make any difference, does it? Never mind. So that's where Feg is. And then it is the Shadow's second attack. So Feg is dying 1. So is Feg the only person we've ever actually had dying before? I think he might be.
In this campaign, yeah.
Yeah.
But it does seem to be a weekly occurrence.
We're having a very tough couple of weeks.
If the effect that knocked you out was a critical success from the attacker or the result of your critical failure, you gain dying 2.
Ooh,
Okay.
dying 2 for Feg.
Yep. It doesn't let me change the number, but we'll just have to remember. So, Feg is dying 2. There we go. So, second attack. Who is he going to attack next? I will decide randomly, since no one else has actually laid a hand on him yet. 1. Okay, so he's going to do attack number 2 against Brock. And that should be attack 2, not attack 1. There we go. That is a miss. Oh, I'm sure you won't go in the graveyard. Okay, with the last. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
A hit on 3.
I don't like this dude.
So. Okay, it can't do that one because I'm pretty sure that will require an extra action. There we go. So we move on to Brock.
Okay. A step there.
Can you stand on top of Feg?
I don't think so, given that I'm about to bring him back up.
Oh. Just thinking.
I can
Flat-footed.
battle medicine Feg.
Ah. So, attempt a medicine check with the same DC as for treat wounds. So, DC 15.
Assurance and medicine, getting me a 17 every time.
Okay. So, 2d8 points of healing for Feg then.
Oh, big numbers, big numbers.
6. Okay.
Below average number.
So, does not remove the wounded condition. But that means that Feg is no longer dying. Feg is in fact wounded.
Barely clinging on.
Feg is wounded 2.
But he does get a turn before the shadow.
Run away.
To run away and maybe drink a potion.
He
I
hasn't
haven't
got one.
Maybe Lollery could throw him a potion or something.
No, we will think about it.
I didn't lower my shield, but it shouldn't
that's
have
okay.
made any difference so far.
So
And
that
then-
is 2 actions. We've got 1 left.
I am going to go for a lay on hands on the shadow fella.
Oh,
Ooh.
okay.
Thank you very much.
Interesting. Okay. What is the number that is done?
It is not an attack. It is not an. It's not an anything.
So, against an undead target, you deal 1d6 damage, and it must attempt a basic fortitude save. If it fails, it also takes a -2 status penalty to armor class for 1 round. And that is heightened. Is that heightened?
It's heightened automatically.
So that would make it. Heightened
2d6.
is half your level rounded up, so that would be 2d6. So 2d6 points of positive damage. So give us a roll. 5. So it takes the whole 5 because things, and it must now take a fortitude saving throw, which he shall.
Fairly effective fortitude saving.
Indeed, this is one tough shadow, but you definitely did it some harm.
Did it? Because obviously it's enfeebled, isn't it? Was that counted for in the attack against Lollery? So that might
Yes.
be enough to make the
Yes.
attack not have happened.
This creature is. It is not attacking with its strength.
Then that'll be me. That's 3. 1 step, 1 heal feg, 1 lay on hands.
Cool. Okay. So on to the room of knives. So 1, 5, and 6. So if something came out of here, could it get in there?
Yep.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Could that get in there? No.
I feel like that's cover.
Can that get in there?
No chance.
Okay, so we're going to say that 2 of them cannot possibly target Captain Fuzzy Paws, and one of them
Yay.
can.
Ooh. Yeah. It's a direct line of sight, isn't it, really?
Yeah, one of them can.
Other than the post in the way, but I'm guessing their posts don't cause them issues.
Well, it'll give Captain Fuzzy Paws a little bit of cover, but it will not stop it from targeting you. So
No.
we'll give him an armor class bonus 2.
Bumble, bumble, bumble.
So 22.
Yeah. He's a 17 AC, so I think that hits.
Afraid so. Okay, so the damage is 5. 5 points of damage on Captain Fuzzy Paws.
Could have been a lot worse.
It could.
Shall I drop him down to 30?
Already done.
Oh, perfect, yep.
Okay, what's Adria gonna do? There's a door standing there. It's taken some damage.
Well, I have a thing.
You have a thing?
I have a quick. Oh my god! I have a few questions.
Ooh. Okay.
Firstly, I'm going to go in here and lie down. And you said that there was a gap in between the door. Is there a gap? Can I see something inside on the other side?
I mean, you can see a bit. You can see 2 bare paws. You can see a bit of a room beyond.
Because I can't. From the noises, what could I possibly ascertain that's happening? That could I suss out that there is a zombie attacking or something? Because I can't. I have no idea how the room is big and how far away things are from the door or me.
Yeah, you might hear some sounds of battle kind of floating, echoing through, but I don't think you can see. You can't see a fight happening.
Could
in the
I
area of
see
the room that you can
Fag
see.
being on the floor, maybe?
No,
Wounded?
no. Feg is completely out of your view.
Okay. In the case, forget the plan. I'll just bang the door again.
Cool. Oh, we'll take the first one, which was a critical.
Oh, sorry. Didn't realize I pressed it twice.
That's okay. So, the door under this magical onslaught of a couple of phase bolts hitting it is finally blasted open.
Oh, okay. There's a corridor.
And you're standing directly in front of Captain Fuzzy Paws, who is nursing a slight wound to his shoulder from you don't know what at the moment, but
There. Pass on his back.
And he purrs slightly.
Okay. Well, it was my 3 actions, so I'm done.
Okay. So let's move on to Laurie then.
Okay. Laurie doesn't have a lot of things she can do. So she's going to try and poke the shadow dude.
So you're getting the bear.
Now that door's open, the bear can get to safety. So that's was going to be my final action, depending on how well my first 2 actions. I'm not bringing him in here. Too dangerous. Anyway. So, Pokey, he is flat-footed because Feg is now back up and running.
Well, Feg is conscious and no longer dying, but I don't think he is on his feet. I think
I haven't got back up yet.
yeah.
Oh,
So I'm not sure you can have flat-footed from a guy lying on the floor going, "Oh, I'm not dead. Thank goodness for that."
At the very least, he'd be a distraction. Fine, no flat-footed, spoil sport.
You hit him anyway.
Him, yeah. Didn't do a lot. But that's pretty much all she has in her arsenal. Let's go again. Attack no coup. And not flat-footed. There's a lot of cooking. Right, nothing happened. Why did nothing happen?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Your guess is as good as mine. Let me investigate.
I think they've put submit and cancel too close to each other on the new thing. No, I missed. So with my third action, I will.
Have hero points.
I do have it. Okay, fine. Yeah, but it's my second roll. There's no
I'm not.
point. Fine. I use the hero point to reroll that last attack.
Okay.
Oh god. That one. Attack number 2. Still missed. With my third action, I am going to invoke Mr. Fuzzy Paws and make him run away. Really far away from the knives. Get away from the knives. Hide. Hide from the knives. Where would be a good hiding place? Hide.
He's out of the way of the knives.
He doesn't have great communication skills, but with his second one, can he try to somehow through charades let Adria know dangerous in there, like flyy bad, step aside the door, in the corner, bad. Don't go in there.
I think the chances of a bear
Arr, rah, rah.
managing to convey that level of detail are pretty slim. But
You
you
just
can
want-
you can take a charisma check for the bear just for the
I'm gonna
lulz.
try. Charisma check. Has he got charisma on his?
Should have.
Oh yeah. 0. 15.
I mean,
How about
he certainly
body
makes some
language
noises.
between the? How about body language between the cat and the bear, and maybe then the cat could convey the message to me.
Yeah, the cat's also watching while I do all of this. Trying to
And they
warn.
will talk.
Just like grumbly, like bad, hide. Is what he's trying to say.
So
He tried.
Captain Fuzzy Paws kind of
And fucks off because he's scared.
growls and whines a bit.
He's
Aiden the
very good
cat.
at charades. He's very good at charades. We played it a lot. Played heads up a lot. He's very good.
Aiden the cat does understand some of what Captain Fuzzy Paws says, but Aiden does not actually have the ability to talk. So the
But he can-
cat is probably like, oh no, there's traps in there, but Adria is not able to get any of this because all Adria hears is meow.
But he might like bite her like dress and pull her.
Well, he does have the power of independence, so maybe he does try to prevent Adria from going into the room.
Just worry she's in line of fire at the moment, so yeah, that's me.
Okay, so on to Fag then.
I think I'm going to go full Undertaker at this point. Can I please get to my feet as one action?
You can. You are on your feet.
Can I please make my sword turn into flames?
I don't think you can. I think you did that. I think you must have done that in the first fight. It's not once per session. It's once per day, I think, or once per.
Okay.
So, and we're basically on the same turn order that we've had since you got here, pretty much. So I think you've only been here for a very short while. You had a fight in here. You healed yourselves. You came in here, and that's where we've been ever since. I think. I'm pretty sure what I need to do is find a way to track this because we don't have helpful resource boxes on character sheets like we do in the 5th edition character sheet.
I think you're right. I just didn't know how the frequency of being able to do the flames thing. That's all.
Yeah, I think it might be. Hold on. Let's check. Sadly, I deleted the chat because I was doing things in the chat that I didn't want you to see me doing. Right, so you can only use it once every 10 minutes. The question is, did you use it in the trapped room?
Is it every 10 minutes? Didn't we spend a long time... I was refocusing after that very first room.
So you would have got it back after the first room. The question is...
He used it against the pillars, yes.
You did. He did use it against the pillars. Okay.
He did.
If he used it against the pillars, then it hasn't recharged yet.
Quite early on. I don't know how many rounds we've had in this fight. Quite early on in the fight, but he did use it against the pillars.
It won't be. It won't be 10 minutes.
So. No.
And even with a round that contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people, still talking, whatever, 12, 13 rounds.
Okay.
But a round, you're all basically living the same 6 seconds. It's just the order that you do things in. So I think it was like probably 6 or 7 rounds. So that's like less than a minute, I think.
Been a hectic minute.
We took a lot of damage in that room for only being in there for a minute.
Yeah. I think yes, it would be a short and very dramatic scene if we were to make a movie of it. Those pillars will be going off like nobody's business.
In which case, can I just twat the floaty thing?
Yeah. So he is currently...
I've got him flat-footed though again.
Yes, you have, because you are on your feet. Okay. So you have done some damage. I'm afraid he is not bloodied because it doesn't take
appear
into
to have any
account.
blood.
It doesn't take into account his damage resistance. But that was still a fairly good hit.
And I've got one move left, I think.
Yeah.
Can I run away?
Good plan.
You can run away if you want. Where are you going?
I'm gonna get in the sarcophagus.
Yeah, desecrating its grave might piss it off some.
Okay, hide behind one of the sarcophaguses. Maybe not get in it.
Carfeg was here into the face of it.
So we then move on to the Shadow, who sadly does not have attack of opportunity. So he cannot lash the fleeing back of Feg. I say sadly. It's probably for the best. I'm not actually out to kill characters. So who do we attack? So first attack for Brock. Ooh, gets a hit.
No, he doesn't. Do you like it when I tease you like this?
I mean...
If he frantically tries to find something that will get rid of it.
So that means my shield is raised.
So, reactive shield. Brock is a...
I took a weird dedication when I hit level 3 so that I could get reactive shield.
Oh, right. Because I was just looking at it and it says traits fighter. And I was thinking,
yeah,
can he have that? But it sounds like he can. You can snap your shield into place just as you would take a blow, avoiding the hit at the last second. You immediately use the razor shield action and gain your shield's bonus to armor class. The circumstance posed from the shield applies to your armor class when you determine the outcome of the triggering attack. Oh no!
He could go try and hit me.
That makes it a miss.
it was only if you rolled a 21 or a 22 it would have been useful.
Yeah. Okay, so much to its annoyance, he doesn't manage to hit you. Did you give yourself the hit points back?
I haven't.
Right, go ahead. He's going to do attack number 2 against Lowry. He misses. Oh, how disappointing. Okay. Noticing that you are tougher targets. He floats away.
What?
Towards Feg, ready to do horrible things to him in the next turn. So we move on to Brock.
Okay. My speed is relatively low. I should be able to 1, 2, 3, 4. Did that? Oh. I am gonna try and bonk him on his noggin. He is flat-footed.
He is.
Oof. I feel that's a hero point kind of situation.
Might as well use them.
Could
I've
be.
got him. Better?
Yep, it is a hit. You feel like it is not the most damaging hit you've ever made, but you definitely felt your weapon make contact.
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess my best bet is just try and kill it as fast as I can now. What?
Uh-oh. Okay, so we need a card draw for that one. Let's make Fumble Deck visible. So if you wouldn't mind drawing a Fumble card.
Oh, one card.
So
It's so tiny. Oh, there it is.
it has added it to your hand. So what we want to do is pop it on the deck if we can. Not sure how to do that from where it is. Ah, it's given it to me. There we go. How do I put this on the... There we go. So what I want to try and do is pop it on the map. And that way we can blow it up and make it visible. I don't think anyone would be able to read that, but at least not on the viewer's screen. But I can read that. So ranged unarmed spell. Okay, you take a -2 circumstance penalty to attack rolls until the end of your next turn. So yeah, I'm going to put this on there to remind me. So until the end of your next turn, you have a -2 penalty to hit. So, Star Knives. The machine is going to go and making noises as arcane clockwork kind of clicks and ratchets. But it doesn't have anything in the room to shoot at, so it doesn't. We move on to Adria.
Okay. Finally. Woo. I will take my first action to walk into the room and see what's going on.
The bear hits himself in the head as she does this.
Can't see anything apart from pillars.
Yep, these pillars are covered in carvings which look like star knives. You can
All of
hear the
them?
sound, all of them. You can hear the sound of machinery clicking. There is definitely some kind of machine at work.
Mm. Would I? I probably wouldn't know that it's the pillars throwing some star knives at people, or would somebody shout it previously?
I'm sure. I imagine you would have gathered some of this from just being on the other side of the door. I think.
Right, but
And we
nobody
did specifically shout it through when the door's shut. I think we did specifically shout.
Okay. No, I don't really want to be caught up in that. I don't really see anything else from here apart from the pillars. I'll just go back. At the moment, to think what I'm gonna do. And before I do that, though, will I be able to quickly find out how big the room is? Oh, I don't know how to do this. I think.
I mean, you have an idea how big the room is. This
Oh, I
room
don't
is,
know how to do the fucking arrow. Yeah, I don't know how to do that, so
it's about 45 by 35 feet. You estimate.
thanks. Thank you.
Anything else from Adria?
Not right now.
Okay. So on to Lowry.
Okay, so 10, 10, 25. Ooh. So, does it still class as flat-footed even if I'm not the one that's flat-footing him?
No. So you would need somebody to be directly opposite.
Okay. So I just smack him. Okay, I'm going to use my last hit. What time is it? Okay, I'm going to use my last hero point to do that again.
Go ahead.
I will forget to use them anyway, so. I'm going to pout and try to hit him again. This is attack 2. Nope. Okay, I'm just going to swing wildly in his direction and pout. That's what I'm going to do for my round.
Are you going to do... Oh, you moved. Yep. Okay,
Yep.
cool.
That's me.
Okay, then. On to Feg.
Run away again, Feg. Run away.
Nothing terribly subtle this time. I'm just going to take a swing at him. I've got him flat-footed.
Yep. That just... Okay.
Ooh.
So he definitely takes some damage. You feel like this is not the most effective attack ever, but he is taking some damage.
That was the first one. Second action, I'll do the same thing again. But can I hero point that?
If you have not used a hero point in this session, you can.
I haven't.
Okay. So you can hero point that and do attack number 2 again.
That was disappointing.
Right, third action.
Run away.
Run away.
Can you get behind?
Doesn't help.
Cover. Give some. Oh, he doesn't do ranged attacks, does he?
Run away.
So Robin would be proud.
Bravely run away.
Brave, Sir Robin.
Okay, so the shadow. The shadow is going to attack a closer target to start with. Who is going to get attack number 1? It is Brock. Oh, it gets a hit. Or does he? Are you going to do a thing?
It's a 27, there's nothing I can do.
Ah, okay.
if I use my reaction to raise my shield, I can't then block with it, so it doesn't help me in any way.
Okay, so this creature is going to attempt an action which follows on from his attack. So he is going to... his tentacles take hold of Brock's shadow and pull on it.
You dirty bugger.
The effect of this is to make Brock enfeebled 1. So if you could
Yes.
change your status. There we go. And add, there we go, job done. So Brock is enfeebled 1. That will give him a penalty to attacks, I think. I don't know if that will actually come through in the script, but we will find out. And then he's going to do a third action. Third action, second attack on Lolry.
I mean, given that they've got some reactions at the minute, let's do a glimpse of redemption on that.
No, it's fine. It was only 7.
I'm going to get another reaction any minute now anyway.
Cool. So... resistance 2 plus level. Or unharmed by triggering attack. Well, being enfeebled does not affect this guy much because he is not attacking with his strength. So he's going to do the second one. So you get back 5 hit points. I have done that manually, so they have been restored. And he is enfeebled 2. But that's not likely to make much difference to him. We move on to Brock. So your circumstance penalty, you'll have to put type -2 into the to hit bonus box when it pops up.
Yeah. I'm going to stand there. I am going to have 1 swing it in. Attack 1. Flat-footed, yes. Hit bonus -2.
Ooh.
That's just to be expected.
Boo.
We've got so many negatives at the minute. Pop my shield up and that'll do me.
Cool. Okay. So the Star Knives have nobody to target.
God no.
Okay, so the trap deactivates. You can hear all the machinery running it. Kind of sounds like it's powering down. Onto Adria.
Huh. Okay. Well, I had a thought about what I'm gonna do. Well, the next, I don't know how many seconds, whatever. Anyway, I'll just walk all the way from here as far as I could get through the room. And I have 30 feet per movement, so fun. So that's action 1. Oh, I see a door. I'll go to the door.
Cool.
Action 2. And action 3. Can I take the cat with me, or
the cat has independence, so the cat can come with you. So how far can the cat go? Independent. In an encounter, if you don't command your familiar, it still gains 1 action each round. Typically, you still decide how it spends that action. So it can go. Doesn't show his movement speed. Speed 25. So he can go 25 feet, but he can't follow you all the way because he only has 1 action to spend, basically.
I'll just keep company to the bear.
Cool. So
I know that this is my 3 actions finished, but okay.
So as you run through the room, as you pass the centre of the room, you hear this kind of like you've stepped on a pressure plate or something, and the machine starts working again. This pillar here, you notice it glows as you run through. This happens as this one, which you might not be able to see, but if a creature passes the middle pair of pillars, both doors leading out of the room slam shut and lock. Both those doors have been smashed, so they don't slam shut and lock. You can hear the doors trying to lock, but they are both broken. While the trap is active, blah blah blah, one of the star knife carvings glows with light and detaches from the pillar, then flies outwards, making a magical star knife ranged attack against a random creature within range. The trap then rolls initiative. So 1d20 plus quite a big number. 32. So that is definitely going to hit Adria. So Adria takes 5 points of damage from a star knife of force. I have just taken the damage off you. So she gets shot in the back by the trap, basically. But you get from one side of the room to the other, and you are now in the room with everyone else.
How did you do it? Where's my hit points? I have 32. How can I have 22?
Well, you didn't have full hit points when we started the session.
Oh, okay.
You were on 27, so you must have taken some damage in a previous session. So I am going to move the turn order on, but we won't do Laurie's turn yet because we are roughly halfway through, which means it's time for a little comfort break.
Whoa.
So I'm going to put us on. There we go. So I have just realised that the audio input capture is not actually on the break screen. So you might have been able to hear what other people were saying then, but not me. That's
Does that
something
mean
for
we've
me.
got to do it all again?
No. It was only just for that minute while we were on the welcome back screen after I unpaused it. So there was not really a great deal of conversation to record at that point. So I must remember to add that. In fact, I might even put that on my to-do list. So Update OBS with audio input capture for all pages. There we go. And I'll look at that tomorrow and go, why did I write that? Anyway, we are still mid-battle, but in a massive, massive escalation from last week, one character has been through 2 separate rooms in this session. Actually started in one and moved into 2 others, when everyone else has only had 2 rooms, but that's still more rooms than last week. So it's all happening. Everything to play for. It is Laura's turn.
Laurie is going to try and stab him because she can't think of anything else that she can do.
Very well.
Oh, flat-footed, yes. Sometimes I miss being a spellcaster. Okay, 7 damage. I hit again. We're gonna try and hit him again.
Cool.
Attack number 2. Oh no!
It wasn't a nat 1 though, so you don't have to roll a card.
Cool. Oh, I get. Oh, well. Let's say I get a 3rd. But let's not do that. Is there anything? I'm trying to think. Is there any checks I could do to give me more information about this dude that might help us? Probably not.
Oh, well.
It's a bit late in the game. I don't have anything. Survival 1, but not proficiency. What have I got proficiency in? Nature, medicine, and deception. I don't have occultism. I have the underworld, but I don't think that helps.
So, let's... I just looked at Underworld and I thought, I wonder if...
I suppose they're undead.
Well, I thought it referred to criminal underworld rather than...
Shh.
Oh, sorry.
Special underworld. Oh, no, it probably is, you're right. Because it goes with the thievery of the stealth.
Ah, okay, yep. Probably the wrong kind of Underworld then, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. You could definitely have got away with that.
God damn it, Brock!
So,
You're something to do with that?
I mean, it is a shadow.
let's have a quick look at your feats.
I've got nothing.
Why is the shadow got a foot fetish?
Very good.
Yeah, I could be slightly quiet around him. Or them.
What's that one do?
Just means that I've got better stealth
What
on
about
certain
this one?
terrain. Sneaky.
Ah, okay.
Do you hunt prey thing, can't you?
Pardon?
What about your hunt prey thing? Does that not give you more damage?
No, just more chance of hitting. And circumstance bonus when I'm hunting. Perception checks.
I swear your hunt prey did precision damage or something weird.
That's the hunter's edge. Once I locate a creature and define them as hunt prey, you get precision damage, but nothing of that nature seems to be doing much to this creature.
Yeah, but
It's something magic-y that we need.
precision damage might have been something it is not immune to. It is a different kind of damage.
As my 3rd action, I designate him my prey then, which I
Okay,
can use for next time.
cool.
And that's what I'll do.
Groovy.
I'm
Okay then. On to Feg, who is beaten but unbowed.
Has 10 minutes passed yet?
Absolutely not. Not even a minute has passed since the last
Okay.
time you tried to do it.
I've-
So
Just asking. So
that is fair.
I've got a plan. I've got a plan. If it was a no, so it's fine. I'm going to move
Is it a cunning plan?
back to there. Can I drop? If you drop my sword, that's a free action, isn't it?
Yes, I will let you drop your sword on the floor as a free action.
Can I take Eric out? Eric the crossbow is an action.
Has this Feg actually got a crossbow? Yes,
I
he
believe.
has. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was. Because
Yeah.
he was called Eric in the other game, wasn't he?
But he's still calling it Eric.
Still called Eric. Okay.
Yeah. And can I shoot the flyy thing?
Okay, so let's find a sword that we can drop on the floor so that we know that it's there.
Yeah. Eric doesn't miss.
Since when?
Since the last time he missed.
I mean, if you don't exist, it's hard to miss.
Yep, you can imagine it hitting every time, and it does. You are almost certain that the crossbow bolt passed through the space where the shadow is. And so it should have been a direct hit, but it seems to have done no damage to the creature at all.
Okay. Well, that's me anyway.
Cool. Okay, onto the shadow. Who is it going to attack?
Odds on it's Feg.
Well, you did just fire a crossbow bolt at him. So, or at them. There's 4 targets in this room, so I am going to roll a d4 and see who it goes for. I should have designated what one, who was what before I rolled that dice. So if we go from left to right and then from top to bottom, that would make it Brock. So we're going to do an attack on Brock. Oh, blimey!
Ooh.
I think that's a shield raising kind of moment.
So, shield block reduces the damage by your shield's hardness, and then your shield and you take the remainder. So that's 5 points back for Brock, and then 5 points damage off his shield HP.
Shield should be 7.
Oh, because you've got a special shield, haven't you? Okay, so that's an extra 2. Okay, then that means the remainder is 3. So you took 3 points of damage, and your shield also takes 3 points of damage.
I have done my shield.
Very good. So that was his attack number 1. The shield came up and absorbed most of the blow. Does the extra action still count if blocked by a shield? So the shield block doesn't turn the hit into a miss, does it? It just reduces the damage taken. So it is still... it was still a hit. So he is going to try it and steal your shadow. So the shadow hit a living creature with the shadow hand strike on its previous action effect. The shadow pulls at the target shadow, making the creature enfeebled 1. This is cumulative with other enfeebled conditions. So you are now enfeebled 2.
Hmm.
Your
Do we know how long
shadow...
it lasts for? Or
Sorry?
do I know how long it lasts for? Is this one of those I don't know how long it lasts for? Kind of
You don't
things?
know how long it lasts for yet. Yes, so Brock is enfeebled 2, and this chap has 1 action left. So he is going to do some attackery on Lolry this time. Oof!
I'm just going to say I don't like this dude.
Yeah, this dude has done his bit for now, so we move on to Brock.
I stand very little chance of doing any real damage to him. But what other option do I have? Attack 1, flat-footed, yes. So I'm on enfeebled 2 now.
Indeed.
And do I still have the -2?
That circumstance bonus lasted until the end of your next turn, which I think was the last turn. So that is removed.
Okay, so no hit bonus, no damage bonus.
There we
Hey,
go.
I did something.
So,
Try.
does enfeebled give you a status penalty?
It doesn't look like it's in the roll, no.
No. So let's have a quick look. Why is it not letting me paste? So, quick reminder what enfeebled does. I've got 2 versions of this. I've got the legacy version and the new version. Physically weakened. Status penalty equal to the condition value to strength-based rolls and... Okay, so that will have reduced your attack roll by 2, which will have turned that hit into a miss, I'm afraid. I think. Oh wait, okay, so you rolled a 20. It should be an 18. The armor class of the creature will have been reduced by 2 because they are flat-footed, which makes their armor class a number, which means that you still hit. However, your warhammer does not feel like it is a particularly good weapon for battering this chap. Or chapass. It may have some slightly feminine outlines, you realise. Yes, you hit it. You definitely feel your weapon make contact, but you don't feel like it has been a particularly damaging strike.
That's fair, but nothing else for me to do, really. I've got no special points left, I've got no nothing left.
You've still got 2 actions left, I think.
Yeah, I'm going to have another go at hitting it. Do you want me to put a -2 hit bonus in there?
Yes, please. Yeah, I
That'll do
thought
the
I had...
enfeebled 2.
I thought I had scripted it to make it happen, but apparently not. So...
Let's miss, and then I will raise my shield.
Cool.
And that'll be
Very
me.
good. Okay, we move then on to Adria, who is in the room and ready for action.
Oh. this. Hang on, I need to just have a quick look at something. Yeah. So this thing. Oh my god. This thing.
Yeah.
That's the shadow, you say?
Indeed.
What is it? Is it a creature or just a bit of shadow?
Well, it looks like a creature made of shadow. Adria. Well, can you give me a perception check for Adria, please?
Um,
Not looking for an enormous number.
perception. I've not done this for a while. Where hit points? I can't find it.
It is
Oh,
on.
hang on. Perception. Nothing happens when I click on it.
Just below the word perception is the word perceive.
See?
That's it. 21. That's pretty good. Okay, so Adria has just brought a light source into this room. Everyone else in the room has dark vision.
Oh, I don't.
So, what's that?
Torch!
So you brought a torch into the room, and Adria notices that as she brings the ever-burning torch into the room, the shadow flinches.
Why didn't we think of that? Whack it with a torch.
Ah,
The shadow.
okay. Well,
Or
in
hit it
that
with
case,
with some sort of light.
hang on. Let me see what do I have. I don't have dancing lights prepared. Hmm. And the shadow, never mind. I can't imagine it right now. Okay. Oh, hang on. This is really hard. They change things and I can't find things. So 25 feet. I'll move over here. Oh, finally. I'll just launch Phase Bolt.
So at point blank. Okay. So what kind of damage is a phase bolt? Piercing. Okay.
But it's lightning, isn't it?
The phase bolt
It's a bolt.
is a
It's
bolt
like,
of magical energy.
yeah.
So, I mean, you definitely hit. And it does it some damage. But you do notice that it doesn't seem to be very happy that you've just brought a magic torch right next to it.
Yeah, that was the other thing that suddenly you'll be in the spot of light.
Yeah, it's
Like
kind of
right
like,
next to the light.
ah! Get it
Hit it with it.
away!
Hit it with it then.
Well, that was actions 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
So, back around to Lolry.
Does Lockery have the ability to light a torch?
Does she have a torch? So
I
if she
just
has one,
think I have a torch, yes. I have one of them.
okay,
Yeah, I have one of them. And I have a flint and steel.
okay.
Can a torch be used as a weapon?
It can be used as an improvised weapon.
Oh,
So I'm just wondering.
free action to drop my sword. I'm guessing it's at least an action to get the torch out. But is it a separate action to light the torch?
I would say it probably is.
Okay.
I would say it definitely is.
Well, I'll go do that.
Okay.
So I now have a lit torch in my hand.
Yeah. So free action, you drop the short sword on the floor.
Yeah.
Action number 1, you pull a torch out. Action number 2, you use your tinderbox or whatever it's called to light the torch. I'm just trying to imagine using a tinderbox to light a torch in the space of 6 seconds. It seems a bit.
I reckon that's doable.
So
Depends.
Oh, it's a flint and
How
steel.
much her hands are shaking.
The flint and steel. In Minecraft, it takes seconds. Just so. Click, done.
Okay, let's have a look. Rules question: lighting a torch. So, I think that this must be talking about Pathfinder 1st edition because they're talking about full round actions. So,
Could I just touch the torch? How close am I to? How magic is that torch?
well, the ever-burning torch is magic.
Could you light another torch from a torch?
I mean, it says it's burning forever.
I'm just spitballing if it's going to take me too long to light it with my flint and steel.
So, I'm just looking at flint and steel. Flint and steel, useful in creating a fire if you have the time to catch a spark. Although using them is typically too time-consuming to be practical during an encounter. Even in ideal conditions, using flint and steel to light a flame requires using at least 3 actions and often significantly longer. So, Lowry would know that, so you can retcon that if you want. So
can I... Have we ever tried to light anything with the ever-flaming torch before? Would I have any knowledge that I would be able to light my torch from her torch?
What you would probably know about the ever-burning torch is that it is... the flame is cold. You can put your hand in it.
Damn it. Okay, I am going to change my plan. Can I change all of my plans and start again?
Yes, you can.
Damn it. Okay, I change all my plans and start again. Am I going to poke him with my sword? Can I shout a light a torch? He's out of range. Okay, I'll poke him with a sword. No. See, whenever I try and do something clever, yeah, he is flat-footed. Good. Mother. Okay, so I am going to try and hit him with a sword again. It's all I've got, unless I get a torch out. Right, attack number 2. What? Yay! And I hate to do this. Am I going to run away? He did do enough damage the last time he hit me to kill me on my current hit points. The same could be said for Sam. So. Oh! I hit him! I get precision damage!
Ah, okay.
The
So-
first time you hit a prey in a round, you also deal 1d8 additional precision damage.
Okay, so give us your D8 then.
Roll a d8. Doo. Hang on. Ooh, handy. So he takes an extra 7 damage. Is that right?
Depending
Yep.
on if he has resistance
If he's
to
susceptible to
precision damage.
precision damage, yeah.
So the question is, when calculating resistance, is it resistance against the... Ah, here we go, right. Okay, I will say nothing, except that the effect of this attack seems to be somewhat minimal.
Because he doesn't have any vital organs or weak points, does he? Because he's just a fucking shadow. Okay, well, that's not helpful. Okay, he came from the sarcophagus, didn't he?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to use my final thing to move to here.
Cool, okay.
And that's me done. Oh no, I shouldn't do that, should I? Hang on. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to skip my last move. I'll do that later. Okay.
Okay. On to Fag. What's Fag gonna do?
Something typically Fag and just keep shooting with Eric. Because not that it makes any difference at all, but...
So, first one misses. Second one misses.
Do crossbows not take time to reload in this?
Ah, yeah. You are quite right. So,
Not that I'm trying to...
so
I don't get my underworld law. He now has to slow down his attack. Why did we bring you?
To be fair, I was going to sulk because Eric's missed twice, and Feg's standing there completely disbelieving at this point that it hasn't worked.
Yeah, so in the last turn you fired the crossbow. We can assume that it was loaded when you took it out on this occasion. So that means that your first action will have to have been load. Your second action will have to have been shoot. Which means your third action would either have to be reload or something else.
I'll go reload then.
Okay, so your crossbow is ready to shoot next turn, but your second attack didn't happen.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, we are onto the shadow again. The shadow is in a somewhat target-rich environment, so we're going to go Lowry, Adria, Brock, and we roll a 1.
And it's Feg.
So that's Lowry. Well, here's 1. Oh, jeez. Okay. Who's next? Okay, next is Adria. Oh no.
Wait a minute.
Ah.
Aww.
So that means that Lowry is in fact on 5 hit points.
And is sulking.
And is sulking.
I picture.
Thank you, I do appreciate
Energy
that.
from passing out.
So
I appreciate that a lot.
So Lowry didn't go down. So the shadow is going to tug on Lowry's shadow. So as it hits her with its wispy tendrils, It grabs a hold of Laurie's shadow and gives it a yank, which gives you a weird existential feeling. As if, I don't know, as if your soul's being pulled on or something. That makes you enfeebled 1. So we need to
Enfeebled
do...
1.
But you're mostly
Okay.
dex-based stuff, so that's not as much of an issue.
Yeah.
So Laurie is enfeebled 1, and we are going to do... I'm still going to do the attack on Adria as planned. So it's attack 2 on Adria, not flat-footed. And it's a hit.
I can't do anything about that one.
But
We
it
all
can't...
remember we've all got a potion.
Yeah, it can't interfere with her shadow because it has used all its actions. So we're on to Brock.
I don't really have a lot of option other than try and... Oh, I can battle medicine Adria.
Mhm.
So that's...
And you have assurance, don't you? So
Yeah.
that is 2d8 healing for Adria. There we go, 6 points for Adria. I have added it manually.
And then I am gonna just keep hitting the shadow. There's not much more I've got. Still got a -2 hit bonus.
Yep. Oh.
And then it'll be raise my shield again, which has stayed raised, so...
Cool. Okay, on to Adria. What's Adria going to do?
This shadow, would it be... do I understand it that it came from a sarcophagus?
You weren't here when it came out, so you might not know that.
Okay.
Have you got any spells?
Can I... how would I find out? Would I be able to find out if it's an undead creature? Could I do like a...
If you asked Brock, he would tell you that it was.
I mean, is it just a shadow? I just can't...
It definitely seems like a that sort of thing.
I mean, does it
I'll
have
give you
some
that one.
shape, or is it just a little bit of dark mist? What? Oh, thank you. That helps. So it's like a shadowy mummy.
Maybe a
Looks
bit.
like mummy.
I think that you would probably be able to clock that it's undead. It's in a tomb. Everything else here has been undead. I think you could infer that without too much difficulty.
I mean, do I need to do some sort of check to find out
Nah,
if
you're
it's...
right.
Okay. Well, in that case, I shall do a chill touch onto that creature.
Okay.
Where is it? Oh, come on. Da-da-da-da-ba.
So it takes a fortitude save against that. So, undead creature. Target is flat-footed for... Oh, wait a minute. That's... Okay. Do the save first.
Flat-footed.
So,
Says it's fleeing for 1 round. I
yeah,
don't know what that means.
it has to take the fortitude saving throw first. So, it passes.
Oh, what?
Hmm.
Fortudinous.
It's just...
So how many actions is a chill touch? It's 2.
Oh,
So
couple.
you've still got 1 left.
Yeah.
Hit it with your torch.
Hang on. 17. I have 17 hit points. That's not bad. Okay, question number 2. If I wave the torch, does the shadow move? Like, does it react to it, or is it just flinching a bit?
It looks like it does. It is trying to stay away from it. You know, it's covering where its eyes would be. It's you know, kind of leaning back away from you, whilst continuing
Okay,
to do what it's doing.
so if I hold the torch in front of me and move into its place, would it back off? Could I drive it away with my torch if I moved? Would it? If I, for example, move in his direction over here, would that thing be here? Because it would back away from my torch.
Well, you're within 5 feet of him, which means that you could hit him with the torch. I don't really have a mechanic for driving him back with it.
Well, I don't know if hitting with him with a torch would be another 2 actions because I only have 1 action. So.
A melee attack is normally only 1 action.
Oh, okay, I can do that. Oh, thanks. Where is it? Character.
So, I think we're going
Unarmed
to have to.
fist.
We're going to have to make this one up. So, it's untrained, which means you're not going to get a proficiency bonus. You would get your strength bonus. Hold on. Is a torch an agile weapon? It doesn't really matter whether it's agile.
Well, I have unarmed fist. So unarmed fist with a torch would be same, no?
It'd definitely be similar, wouldn't it?
Mm.
So I think an improvised weapon is.
It says untrained.
Improvised weapons. You attack with something that wasn't built to be used as a weapon. -2 item penalty to attack with an improvised weapon. The GM determines the amount of type of damage, as well as any weapon traits the improvised weapon should have. Improvised weapons are simple weapons. So, you are trained in simple weapons. So, trained is 2 plus your level, so that's 5. -2 for circumstance, bonus 3. So, roll a d20 and add 3.
Did you say roll d20?
Yep. And then add 3.
Oh.
Okay, you swing the torch at the shadow, and it manages to stay out of the way. But it really didn't like that.
So I just pissed it off, really. Sorry, guys. I'm done then.
Okay. On to Lowry.
Okay, so I'm going to walk to here. And can I look and inspect the sarcophagus that he came out of? Is there anything in it? Is there anything hidden? Is there anything written on it? Like, can I look? Is there happens to be a body that the shadow's attached to that I can stab?
So this sarcophagus is not open.
Oh.
It floated out of it because it is it is incorporeal. The south end of
Okay.
this. So the description is: shadows flicker strangely in this chamber. The south end of the room bears a large stone sarcophagus decorated with carvings of a star in the open palm of a hand.
Right.
The sarcophagus appears cracked, and an inky goo dribbles out of it. 2 upright coffins flank the sarcophagus, both ajar. And as you entered the room, the shadow floated up out of the sarcophagus, passing through the lid.
Right. Can I try and open the sarcophagus? Please. Would that be strength? Acrobatics?
It certainly wouldn't be acrobatics.
Damn it. Athletics?
It could probably be athletics. Are you proficient in athletics?
I am, yeah.
Okay, so you're going to get a -1. Well, do the roll. It should automatically apply the penalty for being enfeebled.
Oh, God. Well, that's annoying. Okay. Right. So, I'm guessing it didn't open with a 10.
It did not open with a 10.
No. Okay. Can I try again with athletics? It's cracked. Could I shove my sword in it and use that as a leverage to try and pry it open?
I mean, you can try athletics 2 if you like. See if a second attempt
But do I
will
get
you any further.
Bonuses for using my sword as a leverage?
So you take status penalty equal to the condition value to strength-based rolls and DCs, including strength-based melee attack rolls, strength-based damage rolls, and athletics checks. So, 1 second. What does it say next to athletics? If I change that to a 0, does the number change? It doesn't. It should, but it doesn't. That's annoying. What if we put it up 1? Does it change? It doesn't change. I thought a lot of these modifiers were automatically applied, but some of them are not. So that actually would have been a 9, but that makes no difference. I will give you a circumstance bonus of +2 since you are trying to open it with a lever.
Cool. But it'll still be in my second attack roll, so
Yep.
let's see. 22?
Wow.
Come on.
Okay. So 22, circumstance bonus of +2, 24, -1 because you're enfeebled, 23. So you get a 23. Alright, you managed to take the lid off the sarcophagus. You kind of plunge your sword into it and then lever off the top. The top lands on the floor. It's cracked, so it lands on the floor in a couple of pieces. So you can now see into the sarcophagus.
I thought you were pausing for dramatic effect then. I was like, you can now see! What can I see? What can I see? Can I see in the sarcophagus?
Sorry. You can see in the sarcophagus a number of objects which there are 3 glittering black objects, quite small, and a couple of other things which you will need to examine more closely to see what they are. There are remains in there, but they are, are pretty elderly. It's mainly kind of dust and bones in there.
Right. So I don't get the sense that if I stabbed the remains it would help. Okay, cool. Well, that's my actions done now.
Okay.
Anyway, what I've done is pissed it off and didn't get a chance to drink a potion. So let's see how the next round goes.
Right, on to Feg. What's Feg doing?
Can I put Eric down?
Are you putting it down or are you dropping it on the floor?
Dropping it.
Okay.
Can I get my torch out and light it?
No.
Or can I get my torch out as an action and then light it as another one?
No. We've been through this. Where have you been?
Yeah.
Are there any torches in the room?
No. There wouldn't be because Adria couldn't see anything when she walked in. And so so that if there'd been torches.
Well, the original description when we walked in was shadows dance strangely in here.
Oh, that's true. Well,
I'm guessing they mean shadows from the torches we're carrying, but we weren't carrying them because we all had dark vision.
yes.
Oh, I just did a Brock, didn't I?
So, yes, the... Oh, wait a minute. Wait just 1 minute. Oh, apologies. Okay, there's something I need to check. Let's have a look at the lighting layer. Oh, lame. Okay. So, because there were no light sources inside, I have assumed that it was completely dark throughout. However, so, it says here, sconces that flicker with an eerie greenish light illuminate the rooms within the barrow. The rooms and passages are all made of stone and are 8 feet high throughout. So, there are in fact, there is in fact some lighting. I do not revise that the shadow was upset when Adria waved a torch at it.
Because that's like lighting it can deal with.
Yeah, presumably. I mean, a shadow would be completely invisible in a dark room, wouldn't it?
Mm.
Yeah.
So there has to be some illumination, really. So, especially since it's been attacking your shadows. So there is light in the room, and I'm a terrible liar. So, so there are some torches on the walls which have unhealthy-looking greenish flames. So, do you still want to drop your crossbow on the floor?
You could grab one of the glowy green things.
Yeah, okay, I'll grab one of the glowy green things.
They were in sconces.
Yeah.
You can't grab a sconce.
But there's
You
a
could
door.
maybe stick your torch in it.
Alright,
But
can I do that then?
maybe? Don't know.
Light the torch?
Light the beacon.
Light the beacons!
So a wall sconce. Which bit is the sconce? Is the sconce the bit that holds the torch, or is the
I think-
sconce?
I think so. Let me have a look.
Like a bucket on the wall.
Yeah, and you slot your torch into the sconce.
Oh, I was thinking like sconces, like you get a sconce light, which is like a thing that's moulded onto the wall and the light comes out the top of it.
If
A scone.
Dictionary definition is a candle holder that is attached to a wall with an ornamental bracket.
Oh.
Yeah, it says here. Yeah. Wikipedia says a sconce or wall light is a decorative light fixture that is mounted to a wall. A sconce is a very old form of fixture, historically used with candles and oil lamps. They can provide general room lighting and are common in hallways and corridors, but they may be mostly decorative. So, presumably, the sconce holds some sort of lighting thing that is removable, but it does not say here. Sconces that flicker with an eerie greenish light illuminate the room. It does not say that the sconces have candles or torches in them. It seems to imply that the sconces just have light in them. It doesn't say anything about flames. Sconces flicker with an eerie greenish light.
Bet you're wishing you let us just light our torches now.
I've got a better idea anyway.
Oh, you're going to
You
headbutt
say
the
that
torch.
now.
Headbutt the torch.
Well, I'd need to put Eric down anyway, so that's fine. What I'm thinking is I have rope in my backpack, which
No,
is
it's not the time for another
flammable. It's
fight.
flammable, I believe.
Right, rope is flammable. Torches are flammable.
I've got the flint and tinder thing, so I can actually just light the rope with that, or one end of the rope.
No, that's the thing.
That's
that you
the
can't use
problem.
to light anything because it takes too long to be used in a fight.
It's the flint
okay.
steel that's the
Otherwise, you could
problem.
use it on your torch.
Yeah.
Or can I stick one end of it in the wall thing and see what happens? See if it lights.
Okay, so free action to drop your crossbow on the floor. One action to get close enough to a wall sconce that you can put a torch anywhere, put a piece of rope or a torch anywhere near it. One action to take out either a torch or a piece of rope. So, which is it to be?
Well, the torch would probably be easier.
Okay, so you take out a torch, that's one action. You move over to the wall, that's one action. You thrust the torch into the green glowy light. And does it catch? I don't think it does. This is a creepy, unnatural witch light. So I don't think it burns with real flames or anything like that. So I tell you what, shall we finish this round before we do awards? Yeah, let's do that. Okay. So Feg now has no weapons and an unlit torch in his hand.
Well, I've got a dagger still.
Okay.
Has he just dropped all of his weapons in? Yes, he has.
Yeah.
Various. Okay.
Okay. Tough fight. Worse than expected. So, one, two. So this is going to be an attack on Brock. Oh no. Okay, that is a hit. Do you have a thing?
I do have a thing. It should be able to shield block. How bad a hit was it?
That was a 32.
That's a 13 damage. Yeah, that's
Oh, you meant the damage. Okay.
Yeah.
So you can have 6 back, 6 hit points back.
7.
There we go.
7.
Oh, yeah, I gave you back the wrong half, didn't I? Okay, so yes, you're right. It's 7. So you had 7 hit points back. The other 6 you still took. And 6 points also off the shield.
Yeah, which puts it to 16, still above its break threshold, but only just.
Very good. The shadow is going to interfere with your shadow again. He likes doing that. Or she likes doing that. Dirty shadow.
Dirty.
So the shadow pulls at your shadow. This increases your enfeebled to 3. As this happens, your shadow is wrenched from your body.
Mm.
I'm extra sneaky now.
Becoming a shadow of its own.
Oh no, mother. Mm.
And then this thing has one more action left, which is a bit worrying.
Bumble, bumble.
One, two, three. Oh no, that's Lolry. It would have to move to hit you though. So, because you're over there.
Yeah, that is true.
So that means I should have rolled a D2 instead of a D3. 1 for Adria, 2 for Brock. Oh dear. Okay, well, Brock is a bit tougher than Adria generally. So here comes attack number 3. Actually, it's attack number 2. Or is it attack number 3?
3. Hit Brock, tentacles.
Yes. Ah,
Third.
but it's still actually attack number 2 because the second one was an action, but it wasn't an attack.
Oh, but it can't do the tentacles thing because it doesn't have. Okay.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Yeah, he's not down.
He's not down.
Yet.
Drink a potion.
Have ideas.
Oh, that
Right.
never ends well.
They usually end quite well.
It is normally Feg saying it though, so.
Feg's already drunk his.
So, given the current situation, I feel a desperate prayer to my deity.
Oh, you immediately gain 1 focus point. And that is a free action. Okay.
And then I will lay on hands the already wounded shadow.
Cool. So there's no roll to hit. So give us 2d6 points of positive damage. Okay.
Good roll.
It writhes and wriggles and hates every minute of it. It has to do a fortitude saving throw. So it squeals and squeaks. Fortitude saving throw. What's the DC?
19.
It fails then. That means it has a reduced armor class for 1 round. There we go. That'll make it a bit easier to hurt.
I will then hit it with my hammer. Not flat-footed. I have to get -3 now, don't I?
Afraid so.
Is it though?
I wish it were. So your Warhammer is a mundane Warhammer, isn't it?
It's just normal, yeah, it's not a +1 or a magic in any way.
Yeah. So you definitely feel the Warhammer pass through the area that the shadow is in. But you do not feel like it has really had much effect.
And then third thing to do is going to be drink a health potion because I need to be on more hit points.
Cool. Okay.
There's a button for that now.
Okay. So you regain 5 hit points. And
Not really
then
enough to
No. Still. Better than nothing.
Better than nothing. Adria, what spells have you got?
Sorry, your armor class should actually be 21, shouldn't it? Not 19.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Right, on to Adria. So this is going to be the last turn before we do awards.
So we have 2 shadows now, right?
Yep. One of them
Chance we kill the first one.
one of them looks like Brock.
I wonder what happens if we hurt that.
So do I need to roll some check to differentiate between the real Brock and the shadow Brock?
No, one of them's a shadow, one of them's Brock.
Is the shadow Brock's shadow? So if I what?
So this one
Yeah.
was torn off of Brock by this chap.
Ah. And as soon as I find the, is this one evil?
It hasn't done anything yet, but
I mean, okay. Anyway, forget it.
Have you got any sort of higher level actual prepared spells rather than just cantrips?
All my spells are gone. I can only use a spell once a day, and we've been having one day for like last 5 sessions. So
It's been a few weeks that this day has been.
it wasn't me.
no, that's fine.
Oh, good. So I will. And I would really like to do that, but it's just not gonna have any effect because.
Well, we know it's got less than 9 hit points. If you can do anything that'll do 9 hit points, you might be able to kill the first one.
Here's hoping it takes the second one with it.
Well,
Or
I
you
have
can try and hit it with your
baseball. That's
torch.
the only thing I have. I can't really read aura or tame it because it's not an animal. Mage hand is not good, so baseball it is then.
Did whacking it with the torch work last time? I can't
Didn't hit
remember.
it.
Yeah, she missed.
Oh.
You could hero point that phase bolt. Not that piercing damage does much to it.
I just don't think that baseball is any good.
Well, that was a miss. You can hero point it if you want. You might as well. It's literally one of the last things that's going to happen in the session. So.
Yeah, okay. I'll hero point it. So.
Okay, have another go.
Try this way. I did not do that. I promise you. I
That's
pressed
fine.
face.
That's fine. Try again.
That might be a good thing to do.
That's not me. Okay, so I clicked on my character and there are 2 lines of some purple things on top of my screen. I pressed face bolt and it is doing dancing lights. So I'll press dancing lights and hey! There we go. So much for macros, eh? It's not good anyway. So that's 2 actions and my last action.
You could try and hit him with the torch again.
Yeah, I was thinking, is the attack just 1 action then?
Yeah.
How did I do that? D20 plus 3?
Yep.
Hmm.
15.
That's not really.
Sadly, it misses.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do some awards. So, this is a disturbing turn of events.
Got to figure out a way to set fire to a sarcophagus.
Just wish the day was over so I could get some more spells in, but
Yeah.
it seems
this
like
is the
days here last
never-ending day.
months.
Yeah.
Never-ending day.
Yeah, it's been the same day since last year.
Shit, it has, yeah.
Feels like January. Never ending.
Hey, we're in Feb now. We're like a week in. It's weird. It's going both really, really fast, but really slow.
It'll be Shrove Tuesday and Valentine's Day before you know it.
Yeah. Next
I
week,
want to
Valentine's
cook
Day.
myself with pancakes. Oh yeah.
Is it Tuesday? No, it's next Tuesday after, isn't it? Yeah, it's the Tuesday after.
It's after Valentine's Day, isn't it?
Yeah. Valentine's Day is next Wednesday.
Oh, is it? Blimey. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, John, Valentine's Day is next Wednesday.
Okay.
Is that relevant in some way?
Let's do some
I'd say,
awards.
I'd also say, Sam, Valentine's Day is next Wednesday.
Valentine's Day is just money grabbing nonsense.
So I'm off the hook.
You need to get
The
presents.
first blood
presents.
award. Who was the first
I think
person
that was me.
Laurie did the first damage.
Cool.
I
That's
did
first
the
blood.
yeah.
Then.
And then Sam did the first kill. Brock did he then killed the
Cool.
one.
Kill of the week.
There was
Who
only
had the
one.
shadow?
I think there was only one, wasn't there?
Well, there were
We
two.
killed 2 zombies.
I think one of
But
them
I
might
killed
have.
both of them.
No, I
Yeah.
think I killed the other one, didn't I? Did I not sneak around behind it? Or did you end up killing it? Because if you ended up killing it, then you stole that kill. And that answers that one.
I thought I killed both, but
You could be right. I have an appalling memory. It's going to be right at the start, isn't it? Let me go and have a look.
So I think it's too far up, but I am looking for the word dead. So Zombie Shambler is dead. That was the first one, killed by Brock. And the second one was killed by Laurie.
I'm not going crazy. Trying to steal muck. I don't do many of them.
So, I mean, neither was enormously exciting,
No. We're not allowed to give it to the shadow for killing Feg, are we?
but not since he's still alive.
He nearly died.
So, which was the most exciting kill?
well, I guess then Laurie sneaking around behind it and stabbing it in the back.
Yeah, and she did do it max damage as well, I think. So,
Yeah, I think it was a crit.
so what about the Yoink Award?
Again, we only killed 2 things.
Well, the first one you damaged first, and then I finished off. That's the
Yeah, so I
closest
suppose
thing we had to.
Okay, give that one to Brock then. Fumble of the week. That's got to be Brock as well, because I think he's the only
We
person
got a
who...
natural one, yeah.
Yeah. And then we have Pincushion.
Feg.
So,
I don't think it is.
Is it not? You died!
No, with all the
It was nearly dead when he walked in.
Exactly.
Oh.
And
I've gone from
with all the
36 down to 1.
with all
I've
the
taken
damage that's been
35.
dished out, I just got out of the way and I haven't been hit.
You haven't got
So-
35 hit points.
yeah.
No,
Well,
probably then.
it's going to be Brock
Plus,
then,
if you
isn't it?
count the extra ones, the shield took an extra 15 of that as well.
I don't think you
Yeah.
should have your shield pincushion.
It took damage.
Right, best supporting role then.
Adria for getting the door down all by herself, so we've got a way out. Oh, you laying on hands. Probably you. You laid on hands. Both Feg and Adria. Probably Brock.
Oh, and combat medicine
Poor
as
thing
well.
broke.
Or battle
Yeah,
medicine.
A bit of healing.
Clean sweep.
Not quite.
Not quite. There are a lot of Brocks there, though. Role player of the week.
Feg. For being Feg.
Feg for suboptimal play.
Trying to light and right from a magical beacon.
Could be cool. Little loop of fire around us. Keep it trapped.
Didn't work.
You have a cunning plan, my lord.
Cunning Plan, my lord, could well be vague for
Trying to light a.
drop all of his weapons.
Yeah.
Trying to light a right.
I have a cunning plan, my lord. Now bear with me. First of all, I'm going to drop all my weapons on the floor.
Yeah.
While in
Secondly, I'm going to pull out this piece of rope out of my bag, and I'm going to try and set light to it.
What's it's with we do nothing until our heads have actually been cut off. Yeah. And then we spring into action.
Okay, read the damn spell description. Otherwise known as the Spellbook Award.
No one.
No one. Well,
Possibly Brock for using lay on. Is lay on hands a spell?
sort of.
Yeah.
So using it against the shadow?
Yeah. Yeah.
There we
Maybe?
go then. We have a full set of awards. Many of them won by Brock.
Yeah.
It's where I get the spell award.
The what, sorry?
He said it's rare he gets the spell award. To be fair, last
Indeed.
week he got no award, so we made sure he got none. So
Oh, excuse me. Oh. Long old day. Right, well, let's call it a day. Early start tomorrow. So, well done, guys. Have a lovely week. And we shall reconvene at the same time next week.
see you next time for probably a TPK. So we will
Aw,
see.
I'm sure you'll
It's
be
coming.
fine.
Coming. You can feel it.
All right.
See you later. Bye.
Cheers, guys.
Bye.
Good night.